return with a glass of water and dinner in hand. Alright. Did I mark the end of that part? I don't think I did, but that's okay. Alright. New Game Plus. Yeah, my mom made dinner. It works for me. Part 2. In the midst of touring the 3 city-states and witnessing the myriad problems besetting the realm, the adventurer has had a chance encounter with a member of the enigmatic Scions of the Seventh Dawn. An invitation to their base of operations, the Waking Sands, promises to shed light upon the mystery of the Echo and more. What does any of that mean? You don't know yet. Find out now. I thank you for taking the time to help me out. Now, I'm sure you're busy, so I'll come straight to the point. Word has it that some suspicious-looking buggers have been sneaking around in and out of the Sestatius Sea Grot, and I need a trustworthy source to head up to north of Aleport and find out who they are and what they're up to. Don't sound like much, I know. But it weren't so long ago as the Fishback's pet pirates paid us an unwelcome visit, and folk are feeling a bit nervous. If you would permit me, Master Batterin, I should be happy to elaborate. Well, well, if it ain't Chief Yellowjacket himself, to what do I owe this rare honor, Commodore Raynor? Come to make sure me patrons are behaving, or just thirsty? Neither, in fact. I was informed that you had requested an adventurer to assist in my investigation, and I came to offer what information I could sift from my recent reports. Over the course of the past moon, there have been several sightings of an unfamiliar vessel off the coast of Aleport, in the vicinity of the Isles of Umbra. This information came to my attention no more than a few weeks after a squad of my own soldiers had completed a routine patrol of the region, the Sestatius Sea Grot included. Their search revealed little, save that a family of quarrels had taken up residence in the caves, nothing to concern us, in short. In light of recent developments, however, it would seem wise to search Sestatius again. But with the Sahagin testing our defenses daily, I am loath to assign the task to the limited forces at my disposal. Our line is stretched as it is. Thus I sought the services of a competent adventurer to conduct an investigation in our stead. Any aid you can offer in this matter would be greatly appreciated. Then it's settled. Sestatius is located in western Lenotia. For more detailed instructions on how to reach the place, I suggest you consult that's not even a name. Vimulpa. Or V-Melpa. Vimelpa. She can be found at the ferry docks at the lower decks. You heard the man. Good luck to you, lass. Alright, where's this Vimelpa? Over near Fisherman's Guild. Nope, that's not the right way. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to pronounce many of the names. Certain species in this game, stupid names. This is going to be a cat girl. I can tell just based off the apostrophe name. Are you a cat? Was I correct? Yup, it's a cat. You hear about the Commodore Raynor's investigation? Then you'll want to board the ferry bound for Aleport. Once you arrive in western Lenotia, though, you'd best pay a visit to the Hall of the Novice before you blunder into Sestatius. The Adventurers Guild runs the hall, and the folk there will prepare you, train you with skills you'll need to face the dangers undoubtedly waiting for you in the Sea Grot. The hall is on its way to Sestatius, just north of Aleport. Head inside, and one of their seasoned adventurers will take you in hand. Best of luck to you, friend. I think it's technically a clan thing, Stib. I think technically it's like the M clan and the fucking, I don't know. It's like the species. Weird ass cat shit. This is Aleport. Normally you can't fly, but I want to go fast. We are speed. Hello, Hall of the Novice. I am Novice. Teach me how to not be novice. Ah, you must be the adventurer of whom the Yellowjacket sent word. I hear you are to brave the depths of Sestatius Sea Grot. The occupants of those caves are rumored to be numerous, as they are bloodthirsty. No matter what the epic tales would have you believe, strolling into such a den of savagery alone would be the height of foolishness. No, you shall need companions. When you shall need the training we here at the Hall of the Novice can provide, I strongly suggest that you study the fundamentals of group combat before continuing on your mission. The smith here oversees the training schedules. Speak with him and you can register for exercises tailored to your particular field of expertise. When you have mastered all that our masters have to teach, then it will be time to head north once more. Report to the Yellow Jacket Scout at the mouth of Sastasha Seagrot, and he will furnish you with the details of your duty. Don't worry, guys. See that Burger King crown next to my name? I don't need no training. I'm a mentor. Yeah! Go on an adventure! Please tell me you're here on Yellow Jacket duty and not some daft sod out for a stroll. I can't take any more of this blasted waiting. You are? Thank the gods. I assume you already know the ship seen slipping around the Isles of Umbra. We've been on lookout for pirate activity ever since that vessel was sighted, thinking a crew of cutthroats might have a den nearby. So when we received word that men of questionable quality had been seen passing in and out of Sastasha here, we weren't entirely surprised. I've yet to see them for myself, but if this lot belongs to those fishback fancying serpent readers, well, you can imagine the panic it'll cause. The kidnappings are still fresh in people's minds. Anyway, your task is to poke around the caves and find out exactly who we're dealing with. While you do that, I'll be keeping watch out here, praying you don't spot any blue-faced tattoos. Alright. Important question for the gamers in the chat. I've got two options. Actually queue for these dungeons and we can re-experience the game as it was originally meant to be, or I can unsync them and blast through them at level 90 and end them very quickly. The choice is yours. Experience the game the way God intended, or annihilate everything in our path. Roll a d20. Oh no. Hold on. This game is a slash random function. If we are at 1 to 499, it will be as God intended. 500 to 999, we blastin'. Slash random. I rolled a 637. Hold on. I'm not cheating, you all. I'll show it off. 637, right there. As God intended? No, not in this house. At least for the first couple dungeons, because boy golly, are they boring as fuck. Unrestricted party. We are going in to the first dungeon of ARR. Sastasha Seagrot, level 15. We going in. I'm gonna pull the whole dungeon. Welcome everyone to Sastasha. Oh my god, I have 276,992 HP. What the fuck? I need to... Oh my god. That is like... That amount of HP wasn't even possible before the stat squish. Oh my lord. Hold on. That is so much HP. Oh, that's fucking funny as hell. Come and get me, bats! I am a god! Now, in this dungeon, we got this bloody memo over here. This memo says, the captain likes his cabbage green. What does that matter, you ask? Well... Die. As you can tell, I'm taking the content very seriously. Super cereal. Very super duper cereal. Big serious. Like Kellogg's cereal. I'll kill the clams. I'll kill some clams. I don't know if you have to kill the clams, but I'm gonna. You can only hit the clams when they're open, when they're closed. This is very serious. I was gonna like pull everything possible, but I'm just like, if I hit things on the way, like, oops, it just do be like that sometimes. Oh, here we go. The clam's open. Hit the clam. Excellent. Oh, this clam opened up. All right, hit the clam. All right, now remember, the captain likes his cabbage green. We got red, we got blue, we got green. Everybody says these guys are gonna stop me, and I'm gonna have to kill them. All right, stop it, stop it, stop it! Green. Something is moving in the distance. This inconspicuous switch. The cattery will be sealed. The cattery is unsealed. I'm a god. Tally-ho! Whoop! I win. Some may say this is easy. Alright, everyone, gather up. Come on. Get the squad. You guys too. Get over here. Come on. Come on, we got a door to open, which means y'all gotta die. Yep, you guys too. Come here. Come here. Alright, you guys can hit me. I'll give you... Alright, dodge, dodge, dodge. 20 damage, dodge. Good, good. Dead. We have to get the key off of that corpse, which was over near that other door. He's dead. Oh, right, he also drops a key. Also, these people are definitely in some questionable circumstances. I'm pretty sure there's a side room, which is basically a sex dungeon, but we're not gonna question that. We're just gonna keep on moving. I'm pretty sure these pirates have some wenches that don't want to be here. Alright, I'm gonna move with one hand and eat with the other. Oh, Captain Madison's back. Oh, Captain Madison's dead. Have at ye, Shadowtail Reavers. I'm disrespecting you. And boop. Oh my god, they're still alive. You can't just attack me after the dungeon's over? Fuck. Plundered Curious. Get that out of my inventory. I'm sure I already have the Sahagin Yu-Gi-Oh card I just got. Yep, super do. But hey, look, we did it. So that's the game experience that we have, 5-minute run versus like a 15-minute run. That'll be how we go until, you know, we get to dungeons that don't suck ass. Back to the Drowning Wench we go. Honestly, I think I hate all of the ARR dungeons. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. Maybe I'll do Haltat. No, I'm not gonna do that one. Yeah, we'll see. Any dungeon that I want to do normal, I will do normal. I mean, eventually they'll get too high a level for me to blitz through like that, but all of the ARR ones, easy. Fucking easiest clap of my life. Aye, such a task was on the books. Was, mind. I'm afraid that ship has already sailed, friend. Ah, might you be the adventurer who accepted the job of investigating Sestasha? It would seem that ship has not only sailed, but now returns to harbor. None the worse for its voyage, a pity. We dragged our boots too long on this one. No matter, the wheel will turn and our chance will come. You are right, of course, but there shall be no rest till we have attained our goal, lofty though it may be. Not a wink of sleep, great leader. Our aim, lest you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism as will earn a place in the songs of every alehouse in Eorzea. We mean to write a legend which will inspire adventurers as yet unborn to follow our shining example. Do you have such a goal? Large or small, it matters not. Only have a star to reach for, and you will reach higher. Purpose can sustain you through times of hardship. Keep your eye on the prize, and all obstacles will be overcome in time. You would not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? Well, goals are as arms and armor for the spirit. I wish you fortune in your endeavors, my lady. Back then, are ye? With all your limbs and a tale to tell, I'll wager. Yeah, dude, there were these pirates, and I just fucking kind of ignored them and ran to the end, and then I killed them all, and it was awesome. Fishbacks? And there I was thinking you only have to crack a pirate skull or 3. 7 hells. You turn your back for 5 bloody minutes, and the scaly bastards have set up shop on your bleeding doorstep. Still, sounds like you left them in pieces, so I don't suppose they'll be carrying out whatever mischief they were planning, unless they was planning on feeding themselves to the fauna of Sestasha, of course. Any road. All's well that ends well. On behalf of Limsa, I thank you for shedding some light on this mystery. You've lived up to your reputation, and I couldn't ask for no more than that. Now, I'll bet you're dying for a rest, but just in case you're not, I was wondering if you might be interested in taking on another job. It so happens that I've had a request from our dear sister guild in Gridania, see? Seems the forest folk are in need of a venturer who can get things done. For them to be asking for help like this, you can bet the task won't be no skip through a sunny glade, but after the way you dealt with our fishback infestation, I doubt it's anything you can't handle. Give us a shout when you're ready, and I'll lay it out for you. Now I could use the party finder, guys. I could find a party. Ready to hear about that job, then? Like I said, the request comes from our sister guild in Gridania. And that's all I know. But whatever it is you got asked to do, I somehow doubt it'll pose any trouble for adventurers who survived the bedlam in Sestasha. If you think you might be interested, you'll have words with Mother Mion and my counterpart in Gridania. Good luck, lass. Take a seat wherever you like, friend. Our waitress will come to take your... Oh, not here to dine? There, I hope that you're the adventurer Batterin sent word about? You are! Oh, the matron be praised. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Mion, and the Carline Canopy is my place. With regard to the task in question, there's a fair bit to tell. Let me know when you're ready to hear the details, and I shall brief you. Ready for that briefing? Good. Now then, here's the long and short of it. Beg pardons for interrupting, Mion, but our need grows ever more passing. Have none stepped forward? Ah, good morrow to you too, Bow Lord. Your need must be pressing indeed for you to honor us with a visit. Good news is, your journey hasn't been wasted. I'm pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, and one who comes highly recommended at that. It's Robin. From Batman and Robin. My thanks for answering the call, friend. My name is Lewin, and I lead the men and women of the God's Quiver. Now, time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gridania in the bud. Beneath the central shroud, there lies an underground burial site called the Tamtara Deepcroft. The place was once a Galmoran settlement, but we Gridanians have long interred our dead there. Of late, however, shadowy figures have been skulking about the Deepcroft, and with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we have suspect these individuals belong to the Lambs of Dalamud, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the calamity. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices at our peril. Ordinarily, we would have dispatched my best men to scour the Deepcroft with orders to flush the cultists out. Alas, the calamity decimated our ranks, and the limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the Ixal at bay. The birdmen have grown restless of late, and I fear a storm may be brewing. In anticipation of this, I have been compelled to spread our forces throughout the Twelveswood, lest we be taken unawares. The situation so being, we must turn to others to deal with the Lambs of Dalamud. Can we rely on you to undertake this task, friend? You have my gratitude. Once you've seen to your preparations, make your way to the Deepcroft and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will appraise you of the latest developments. That is all. Be careful out there, you hear? May the crystal guide you and keep you. It is I, small novice adventurer, riding my flaming horse over the ground to where I need to go. Nothing to see here. This is all as God intended. Into the cave we go. You're Kimleon Ironhide, I take it. Thanks for helping us out, friend. No doubt the Bowlord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the Deepcroft and purge it of the Lambs of Dalamud. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the calamity put an end to the 6th Astral Era. The cultists took the Lesser Moon Dalamud for their god, believing that it would deliver them from the devastation. And so they were rather disappointed when Dalamud exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen their god turn to ash, one would think the cultists might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, it served only to stoke the flames of their fanaticism. The Lambs of Dalamud are convinced that heretics, that is to say everyone but them, interfered with the coming of their Lord and Savior, and that it's now their sacred duty to avenge him. Whatever it is they're doing in the Deepcroft, you can be sure that no good will come of it. For the sake of Gridania and Eorzea at large, put an end to their madness. Dude, I can so end their madness. I'm a fucking god among men. Level 16 dungeon, level 90 character. Let's fucking go! Pew pew! And here on our right, we have some dickheads. Dead dickheads. And here, we got some bugs. Dead bugs. Got some more bugs. Now they're dead. We got a dickhead. He's dead. These bugs are also dead. Got another dickhead here. Can't forget this dickhead here. And throw my shield at that one. He's dead. First boss. And they're dead. Now I touched this orb. Oh, nope, hold on. I forgot. There's a second enemy. He's dead. Now there's a ball. Gotta touch the ball. Make the tether go away. Boop. Alright, we're gonna big kite. Big kite. Come on, guys. Come on, folks. Gather around. We're having a get together. Come on. Here's the next one. He's got 3 imps, and they're dead. Nope, I gotta kill them because I can't otherwise. Oh, super don't want to touch the treasure coffer, but there goes that tether. I'm pretty cool. Boop. Boop. Come on. Party. Party. Don't want to go in that room. That room's a trap. That room has nothing in it except for bad guys and a treasure chest. But even at this level, you super don't care about it. Party. Oh, I can run. Let's go. Now, this is, we don't want to touch the gate yet. We gotta go over here. We gotta go in here. And there's another ball. We gotta go touch the ball. Boop. Can I touch it before everything catches up to me? Yes, I can. Alright. Can I get the sealed barrier before they touch me again? Do it. No, okay, I gotta go. Bye. Boop. Oh, I missed it from a bug somehow. Here. God, look at the fucking carnage. How about ye fools? Octavial the Unforgiving. Alright, we did it. Touch the ball. Touch the ball. And now... Did you not cross our gates in search of blood? Come hither, children of the dawn. Boop. Oh my god, I didn't kill him right away. Oh my god, I'm not even a gamer. Now I have to kill his imps because otherwise he's invincible. Oh, I've dishonored my family. There we go. Now he's dead. Plundered Sabatons. Get out of my inventory. Alright, just like that, 2 dungeons down. You know, this game, some people say it takes a lot of work and it can be really difficult at times. No one says that, but we'll pretend they do. And, you know, it's just that easy. It just works. In the words of Todd Howard, it just works. Alright, let's go report to Mother Mion. We fucking killed the Doomsday cultists inside of their grave. Let's go! So we did a dungeon in the pirate area, and a dungeon in the forest area, and now I'll let you all take your guesses where we're going next. That's not the right way. We're going home? I mean, kind of. It's like fake home. We're going to my starting city. But for my character's lore, her home won't be gone to for a long time. Welcome back, Kinliana. I'm reliably informed that your foray into the Deepcroft was a success. Nor did I expect anything less. Bataron's ringing endorsements left me with little doubt as to your capabilities. Even so, you are to be commended. Lord Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. I must say, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with petitions, and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves, with predictable consequences. As if to illustrate the point. Aver's gone, and it's all your fault. If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he would still be alive. But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. He shouldn't have been so hard-pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. Bah! To hells with this pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving, and it'd be too soon if I ever see your faces again. Goodbye and good riddance. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel as though it may sound, you brought this upon yourself. Oh, and by the way, some parting advice. Get rid of Aver's head, bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hell you want with it, but for God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just get rid of it, alright? Wait, don't leave me alone, please. I'm sorry, Aver, please forgive me. Scenes like that are becoming all too common. That makes a dozen times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm so grateful for adventures of your experience. I can send women like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much at any rate. Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in Ul'dah. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable. If you think I might be interested in the task, say the word, and I'll be glad to share the details with you. Yeah, since it won't really be covered in the main story, that girl super loses her mind, resurrects the head of her dead fiancé into the boss of one of the hard mode dungeons we won't do, and then eventually becomes a boss of the bottomless dungeon called Palace of the Dead, where they bring back her soul after she's already been killed by us again. That girl definitely lives to become the villain. In fact, do I have the wind-up Edda? I might. Let's see. Do I have wind-up Edda? Yeah, she super gets a scythe and gets fucking crazy. I mean, right now she's just kind of a weenie. So you're not averse to taking a little trip? Wonderful. As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventurers Guild in Ul'dah. As you arrive, seek out Momody, the proprietress of the Quicksand. Think of her as the Sultan's version of myself. Chances are she'll send you in the midst of danger, but I have every confidence you will pull through unscathed. Now, off you go, Kinliana, and good luck. Oh, we are already well acquainted with Mistress Momody. She'll be delighted to see us. Yeah, like the opening of that dungeon quest starts with that Lullafell who was a douchebag to her. You approach him and he's like, so I got an invitation to the wedding of this girl and this guy who's totally dead, and she used to carry around his head. And the other guy we used to party with, he's fucking dead as hell. Pretty sure she killed him. And it's like, oh no. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Tamtara Hard. Welcome to the Quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now, if you wouldn't mind showing yourself to... Oh, it's you, Kinliana. And there I was spouting the same tired line. Meon sent word that you'd reporting for duties. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all the way here to listen to my prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started, so let's talk business, shall we? The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. Gods almighty, another second under the sun and I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale, if you would be so kind. Excellent timing, Papa Sean. Just so happens the adventurer will be handed in your petition is here. Oh, why if it isn't my good friend Kinliana? It does my spirit well to know that you're the one who'll be helping us. Mayhap you'd like to apprise Kinliana of her mission? Yes, of course. This petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. Relates to an unfortunate development at Copperbell Mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are of the clan known as the Hecatoncheires, fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mine during the bygone Thorn Dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities in the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn Dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, milady. The people of that age used the Hecatoncheires to work their mines. By way of enchanted helms, they were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will. But as is oft the way of such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the Hecatoncheires, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels. It was that the great giant revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well now, that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copperbell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said the mines were being reopened so as to meet the rising demands for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Gods, to think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There will be no mining at Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task for which I would have you undertake. I'll not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. God bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best. In case you don't know, Copperbell mines are in the western Thanaland. Do take care, you hear? Ah, and one last thing before you depart. An employee of Amagina and Sons is presently at the quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Mesa. He knows Copperbell mines well, and it may behoove you to seek his counsel. Looking for Painted Mesa? You found him. So, you're into the adventurer who's volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copperbell, are you? You got guts, miss. I just hope you got the skills to go with him, because things ain't pretty down there. The Hecatoncheires have left the place in a right state, and nary a week after mine resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the Second Old Dynasty was still young, and it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for the rebuilding effort, the concern would have never thought to reopen it. We knew full well about the Giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under a mountain's worth of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. The miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to a halt for want of aught to build with. The stone torches are keeping watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of the nation's resting on you, friend. Good luck. PS5 load times are too good. I cannot eat my food during load times. I'm waiting for the next fucking voice cutscene so I can eat this pork chop. There's been an incident inside Copperbell Mines. We're here to ensure that its effects are contained, but for your own safety, I suggest you stay well away from here. What? You're the adventurer who's volunteered to quell the Hecatoncheires? I didn't think Papa Shan would be able to find someone so quickly, if at all. The Giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see to them, the better. Make ready as best you can, and enter at will. Early game dungeon number 3. Early game dungeon number 3. The level 17 dungeon. Boop. Going in. This dungeon has the fucking dumbest boss on the planet. Honestly, this dungeon boss is this dungeon just sucks. This dungeon is actually just dog shit. Gotta kill the enemies, grab the key, you open the door with the key, then there's an elevator, you take the elevator. Think about the meaning of life on your elevator. Don't worry, it's not the last elevator. Got some bad guys. To the right's a trap. Dickhead's about to burst out of the wall up ahead here. Right there. To the left is bait. Tally-ho! Dickheads. Look at all the dickheads. Oop. Gotta pick up this piece of fire sand. Get all the friends I have. Some of them are pathing back. This is the first dungeon that did that. And we also have to pick up this fire sand. Ooh, I wonder if I'll be able to get it before they touch me. I did! Let's go. But now I gotta put the fire sand in the powder chamber. That's not gonna happen. Okay. sirs. Boop. Alright. Gotta put the powder that you picked up in the powder chamber, and then you gotta press the blasting device to blow up the powder. And then here's the most exciting fucking boss fight you'll ever see. Part 1, because the next one's even worse. Got a couple of dickheads that spawn in. We got dickhead number 1, dickhead number 2, dickhead number 3, dickhead number 4. I accidentally waved at it. Dickhead number 5. There's a dickhead from above. Alright. Got some more. There. 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 Up here. And now there's a flamey boy. Just gotta wait for him to come down from above. Because I can't hit him until he goes down. Oh, and then we got more dickheads. Waving at them. Dickheads. Dickheads. We got another bomb. Oh, there we go. Killed him while he was up there still. Let's go. Nope, yep, we got another swarm of dickheads. Dickheads. Got another bomb. Finally, the boss comes out. Come on, buddy. He drops a tiny key with which to open the door. Here, we have an elevator. Right, you gotta go in the side rooms. Kill the bombs, you get the blasting powder, blow up the door, blasting powder. Oh, right. I have to actually pick up the blasting powder. That is an important part of the process. Put it in the chamber, press the button, blow up the wall. Now I'm here for the dumbest boss you've ever seen in your goddamn life. So this boss takes no damage, I don't think. Or maybe I can kill it right away, in which case, dear God, I fucking hope so. Please tell me I can just kill it. Oh, I can't. I hate this game. Okay, nope, I can still chip it down. So yeah, see how it's not dying very fast at all? Even though I'm doing thousands and thousands of damage? Normally, you gotta fucking kite it around like an asshole until a bomb spawns in, and then the bomb has to blow up the pieces to make them smaller, and you basically can't kill it until you're down to like the tiniest pieces. The DPS can't even do anything, and you just gotta fucking sit there and twiddle your thumbs. Occasionally an enemy will show up trying to kill the bomb that spawns in, but in order to spawn in the bomb, you gotta hit the blasting device, which means like the healer's hitting the blasting device. The DPS are literally sitting over there on the docks, and the tank is just sitting there getting hit by this thing, because you can't do, like, look how much damage I'm doing to it, and it's not dying. Imagine doing this at level 17. It's bad. It's a bad boss. Alright, but now we're more or less free to run to the end. Going in. Masters must pay. Masters must die. He died. They're still coming for me. Run! Get me out of here! As God intended. Ooh, it's a duty. Ah! The Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Ulda will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papashan the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momody. It'll do the woman well to see you alive and in one piece. No! Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. Please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this. Paid for it with me own coin. What rot! You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less a choice cut of dodo. I'm going to say this one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the Brass Blades, you know. Help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 is me witness. Please, adventurer, help me, I beg of ye. I swear on me mother's grave, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I'd saved. I only wanted to treat my children to a decent meal. And who the hells are you when you're at home? This dog's master? I've had enough of this mummer's farce. You lot teach them a lesson. I swear on me mum's grave. This is the level 21 experience. I hit one button, and then I hit the second button, and then I hit one button, and then I hit the second button. And now I can do an AoE where I can spin like a Beyblade. And now they're dead. I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Thank ye, kind adventurer. Thank ye thrice over. Oh god, I'm having a headache again! Oh god! Why does this keep happening? I'm on drugs or something! I'd swear there were more refugees than when last I looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming here now? It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those ain't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it's only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek new life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Ul'dah has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would want to try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does, but I would be lying if I said I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Garlean Empire, patrolling the streets for riffraff. It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you've no coin, you've no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins! Get your dodo tenderloins! Guaranteed cheapest in Thanalan. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again. Looking around, you'd think that Ul'dah was well on its way to recovery, but peer through that veil of prosperity and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. So we saw in our drug-induced haze that the woman did in fact pay for her dodo tenderloin. She is not a thief. Madam, are ye alright? Oh my god, I didn't pass out that time. Let's go. What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? What? Saw her buying that meat, you say? That's absurd. Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? Ugh, I will overlook this, but just this once. God bless ye, adventurer. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what that monster might have done. I don't bear thinking about it. All's well that ends well. We meet again. Pray do not mistake my intent, for it is always honorable, but I have been watching you ever since you departed Ul'dah. You played the part of envoy to perfection, confident as a woman on a diplomatic mission should be, yet unfailingly courteous to your betters. And when your travels led you into the midst of danger, you faced it without so much as a flinch. You, my lady, are quite a marvel, and I confess being quite taken with you. Ah, but my lavish praise continues. Most of all, I was struck by your readiness to aid those in need, even when words were all the reward you could expect to such. Such selflessness is a rare thing in this day and age. All of which leads me to conclude that you are indeed the one for whom I have been looking for, an adventurer possessed of a very rare set of qualities. To be sure, your rescue of that damsel in distress was more of a happy accident, but rescue her you did, and that is what mattered in the end. I feel as though I should mention at this point that I also harbor a burning interest in a certain talent of yours. I speak of your visions. You have been experiencing visions, have you not? Well, it just so happens that I know a woman who shares your talent and can help you understand it. She and I belong to the same organization, and we should both be delighted beyond words if you agree to join our cause. Naturally, there are benefits to being part of such a collective. For one, we should be glad to assist you in realizing your potential as an adventurer. You need not give me your answer now. Think upon it, and if you feel moved to help us, as I pray you shall, speak with Momodi, the ever-lovely and youthful mistress of the quicksand. Tell her the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have found their woman, and she will tell you where to find us. Scions of the Seventh Dawn? That sounds important. Couldn't be though, right? We'll never hear from them again. Huh. Scenes like that are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry though, if you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of the gentleman's woes with the women folk from time to time. She literally has a script. Literally has a script. Ah, Kinliana, sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh-off-the-carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would even guess you've been hard at work with the giants in the dark. I never doubted for a moment you'd succeed, of course, and neither did Papashan, who, which ain't to say he won't be overjoyed. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. Ah, it's the girl carrying her fiancé's head around. Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Edda. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania when... I'm sorry, we were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Aver, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see, an adventurer's adventurer, and swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded had a fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day, I have long thought hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the woman you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I'm inspired, just as Aver once was. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, to ask your name. Kinliana Ironhide. I shan't forget. Thank you, Kinliana Ironhide. I pray that we meet again. Fare you well. Yo, Grand. Adventuring can be cruel bleeding business. Time was, I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. That would be a right pain in the arse looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be part of your lives. The same goes double for yours, Kinliana. Eh? What'd you say? You want to know about the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest, then. Listen, Kinliana, the Scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. So, you want to know more than, do you? Well, ain't that a surprise? I swear, if I painted certain death on the door and limitless wealth on another, 9 out of 10 adventures would go through the first, and the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose on account of being old on. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you can. They're good people who have made their mission to solve some of Eorzea's most pressing problems. Of course, that ain't no small task, and so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you, Kinliana. Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the Scions, but you might promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. The Scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in western Thanalan. The place you're looking for is called the Wakened Sands. Give your name to whoever's at the entrance, and you'll be let in. You're a woman in demand, Kinliana, and the days ahead promise to be busy, but I hope you won't forget your good old friend Momodi. Drop in and tell me how you're faring from time to time, you hear? Right? Well, I've said my piece. Off you go. Hope your stream was good, Grand. 14 is treating me well. I'm a brand new, fresh off the boat adventurer, level 90, but don't be fooled, never been here a day in my life. And we are re-experiencing Baby's first story. We're really just getting into the start of it. We're just meeting our squad. We're in part 2 of A Realm Reborn. And this trek here, going from this aetheryte to this fucking place, the Awakened Sands, boy oh golly, get used to it, because we have to make this fucking trek a lot. At least I can fly. Back in my day, flying mounts couldn't do this. You couldn't fly in ARR regions, and we hated it. Ah, and here we meet the villain of the story. Not true, but everyone wants her to be. Deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms, yearning for the heavens above to quench my thirst for you. Trollolololo. Ah! I would thank you not to sneak up on me like that. Now please be advised this is private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to... Hear the behest of Thancred? My sincerest apologies. May I please have your name? Kinliana Ironhide. Kinliana Ironhide. Ah, here you are. Ahem. I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. My name is Tataru, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. The antecedent is within the solar. I shall let her know to expect you. Alright guys, I hope you're ready to meet the character that my character is going to have a massive lady crush on. For no real reason other than my heart went, that one. You like that one. I take it you are Kinliana Ironhide. Tataru sent word you had arrived. Lady Menphilia has eagerly awaited your coming. This way, if you please. Plus, I think it'll be voiced and I can finally eat my goddamn pork chop. There she is, the lady of my heart.
So you're the adventurer of whom I've heard so much. Well met, friend. My name is Menphilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have awaited your coming. Please, be at ease. You are among friends here. No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness? Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space, a mind without a body? All these things are the manifestations of your talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul, a power known as the Echo. The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose. That's right. I too possess the Echo. With that established, let us return to the subject of the primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent. Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it? And so I implore you, lend us your power.
Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies, and at a word from me, they will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied you. The right to employ retainers, for example. Are you familiar with them? They're individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. Papers you requested, my lady. Thank you, Tataru. The pleasure is mine, my lady. By way of a welcoming gift, I've taken the liberty of adding your name to the retainer's registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You'll need to consult a retainer vocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, I'm sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it's important that all concerned are aware with what is expected of them. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censure. In good faith, I shall entrust you with the Order's password, which our members use to reach one another when in the field. It is Wild Rose. Pray keep it safe. And there she is, the lady of my heart. Hiring a retainer, oh my god. Also, she's pretty cute. She's only gonna get cuter. He's gonna get edgier. She's gonna take her mask off. We're not gonna talk about the potato. And he's gonna get hot. We Scions have but one objective, to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Long have we striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. I know not what you desire for yourself, nor what it is that first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Pray consider this when you give me your answer, Kinliana. I will go whither the wild rose blooms.
I take it you will help us. Wonderful! I knew you wouldn't let us down. But come, I would introduce you to your friends in the Order. Tell me, does the name Sharlayan ring any bells? It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Aldenard. The Sharlayans were the keepers of wisdom both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea. When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons. Those same brave souls stand before you now. The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Papa Limo. The two are charged with surveying the Twelveswood.
Hello there.
Welcome.
Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
He is our man here in Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert.
Welcome to the team. I never doubted that you'd come. If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Y'shtola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
Greetings. Last but not least is Urianger, who presides over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night. The words of a dear friend. I'm glad of our meeting.
At the Battle of Carteneau, our leader was taken from us.
Oops.
But we did not stray from our purpose. We sought out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm. Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
Night, Grand. Hey. Also, hey, Wiki, I'm playing the original game for the people. Those who cannot enjoy it, instead can enjoy it through me.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
In time, I hope you will come to think of us as family. But without further ado, I would assign you your first task. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames. Thancred, would you do the honors?
It would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence. Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the Immortal Flames deal with their like almost every day. However, this time we have reason to believe that a primal is involved.
Aye. The evidence left behind implicates the Emulja, who are known worshippers of Ifrit. If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a primal.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation. You have my thanks. If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Thancred. He is well versed in the affairs of Ul'dah.
Ever at your service, fair lady.
Ready to begin, are we? That's the spirit. So then, your mission to is investigate a crystal robbery and a spate of abductions. Crimes which we believe to be connected. Assuming we are correct, it is the like that any discoveries we make in relation to one will further our understanding of the other. Now, since the attack on the caravans, our friends at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern have doubled security over their shipments. In light of this, it is my judgment that the abductions should be our priority. According to our preliminary findings, the majority of the missing were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Drybone, so that would seem to be a fine place to begin. A fellow by the name of Isambard serves as the camp's de facto leader. Pay him a visit and see that he gives us his full cooperation. Hi, I'm Isambard, here to search for the missing folk, I take it? Minfilia sent word that an adventurer fitting your description would be along. She also warned us to be wary of the Amalja. Seems we know who the culprits are at the very least. Now, I bear no official title at this camp, but the people here have come to look for me for leadership. You have my word that I'll do all I can to help see the victims safely returned. Let's get right to it then. Minfilia names the Amalja culprits in all this. You would do well to investigate them first. Much harm has been levied on these lands by Amalja hands. The flames burn where they might, but their light cannot save the darkness in all places at all times. There have been brutal murders of callers at the Church of Saint Adama, Lundama, innocents wishing no more than to pay their respects to the dead. The poor souls deserve a proper burial. I would see to the deed before mongrels catch their scent, but I know not if the Amalja still linger. Would you secure their remains for me, friend? You will find them on the eastern road. 12's willing, you may even learn something of what the Amalja seek in this area. Nope. Time to pick up some corpses! And they turn into flowers in our inventory. Tasty, tasty corpses. Good to see you returned. Were you able to secure the remains of our fallen? With the bodies given back proper to the earth, the souls will find their way to the other side. You've done a noble deed this day. I thank you. Now then, what of the Amalja? Did you see any? Surely such massive monstrosities as they cannot conceal their presence, much less take their quarry unawares. Ah, so there were Amalja remaining after all. I feared as much. Their part in the lowborn disappearing is all but confirmed, but I sense there's more to this than meets the eye. The occasional Amalja raiding party would not account for people going missing in these kinds of numbers. The total is too great, and the questions too many. It would not surprise me in the least to learn of another's hand in this. But whose? Countless travelers pass through Drybone every day, and even if there were one among them, how would it be best discover who may be implicit in these vanishings? Let's say we turn an eye to the common folk themselves. It may be among them that we find the reason for these vanishings, 12 forbid it be so. There's a merchant by the name of Ungus, who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. A rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. I'd wager he's at the inn, quaffing away the day's earnings. Here, I'll write a note for you to show him, else he's not like to speak with you. This hot first-person action, let's go! Nope, that's not the right door. Where's the inn? Where's this motherfucker? Got him. Hello. Oh, it's you. Hi, dickhead. Blech. Well, gods be damned. You're that bloody adventurer who threatened me back in Ulda. What in the seven hells do you want with me now? Dear friend. Missing people, please help. Yours, Isambard. Folk around here are as wary as they come. They'll turn tail and run if you so much as pass wind nearby. Played them all for fools and coaxed some hard labor out of them, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before, what with all the disappearances. You can go talk to them yourself if you don't believe me. Please, miss, just leave me be. I've nothing to say but this. Thou'll take who or whatever's been feeding off us low folk. What do you want from me? I don't know anything, I swear. Please don't kill me. Just as I told you, wasn't it? The whole lot of them were terrified. Been talk of folk getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and moved on to a better place. This place isn't exactly Costa del Sol, if you know what I'm saying. Welcome back, Indiana. Have you learned aught of import? I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Ungust. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if they speak freely to their gods, then the clergy may know something of use. If we were to know what the common folk speak of to their gods, we've no better place than to ask the Church of Saint Adama Landama. It's a small and humble church found in the northwest of here. And so long as you're headed there, might I ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse? A more good request, I grant you, but it must be borne to the burial, and I trust none more than you to see it done. Seek out a man named Marcus. He tends the graves of the Lich Yard. He will tell you where the body is to be interred. Oh, Marcus. I forgot about Marcus. I don't know how I forgot about Marcus. He's fucking important. You dickhead. How you doing, dickhead? I'm Marcus, yes. The body, of course. There have been so many bodies of late. I apologize, miss. If you seek a place for burial, then there's an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest there. Too far? Top the ridge? Where are we going? Where am I dropping this body? Up here? Up here. Imagine walking like you're supposed to. Not in this house. You just... Oh, okay, I actually have to bury it. I was gonna say we're just gonna leave it there. My legs! Oh, come on. I can jump that fence. Thank you. Hey, Marcus, buddy old pal. May they all walk in Thal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I can't help you. But maybe Sister Orkin can. She's been kind to me. Everyone's been so kind. I don't know why, though. Pardon me. You'll find Sister Orkin within the church's walls. I hear you've done us the service of bearing a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isenberg when you see him next. You seek knowledge of missing Drybone inhabitants? It's true I am closer to the people than any other in the Order. I confide in them and they in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper, Thal, I am the medium through which they do so. Should I learn anything pertinent, I will be sure to share that information with you. I only wish Marcus could be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems to prefer the company now of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man called Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct and must have words with Marcus and soon. No, Marcus is just fine the way he is. Thank you, Kinliana. Burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Kinliana? A pleasure, my dear Isambard. The name is Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I too spoke with Ungust, more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to this notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service of the gods. Prostration, prayer, penance, abject deeds done but behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes confessions, the sister good Orson herself? Orson? She wouldn't. She couldn't. Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend. And you'd be wise to keep an eye on this rose. Still, the Lich Keeper Marcus. I swear to the 12 I've seen that face elsewhere before. Sister Orson? Cannot be. Though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and it's not uncommon to see her speaking to the children, but no, it couldn't be she. Could it? I grow weary of these suspicions. I know there's one child in particular that she's fond of. Pray seek out the boy, Kinliana, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Orson's activities. Oh, Golden Bazaar. To the bazaar. Away. Hello, uncombed urchin. Please help. Sister Orson went out on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here about Thal and the Order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing, and she went out looking for it. What if the monsters outside heard her? Please find her. I'll just ride my elephant into battle, don't mind me. Oop. Excuse me, Mr. Tucko Tucko. Get out of here. You were the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child? Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given to him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. What do you mean I can't fly any higher? Video game. I want to fly higher. Sister Orson was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar? Gods forfend. I will secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans, and risking her own well-being in the doing, no less? Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. I'm well glad I reserved that inn room for our Sister Orson. It seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she's expected to make a full recovery. But now onto the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he'll be awaiting at the Amalja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. Excuse me, I'm pressing the auto run button. Why you no auto run? Auto run! Thank you. Ah, there you are, Kinliana. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister Orson. Isambard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Orson near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let's say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Kinliana. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? Me, lizard friends. I'm just gonna ride my flying chair out of your camp. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? This leaflet. See the wealth of Nal to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Nalthal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the Order penned this. Pray take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let's see what Sister Orson makes of it. savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the order. That, I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago, the church was plagued by missing garments. Would someone be posing as a priest of the order to deceive the people? The plot thickens, Kinliana. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend cadence to his deception. There is no doubt an irony in there somewhere. But as I suspect, we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we've learned. Nope, that's not what I thought. Posing as a priest? To think. The troubling notions aside, it's gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Kinliana. I shall keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever. I'm afraid I've not seen any unusual activity, nor have any of this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify this culprit, and soon, more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Kinliana and me serve like with this by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. I dare hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I am next to useless in battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. They will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Kinliana, so as to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard has lent us, and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. Alright, I've obtained a weathered shepherd's tunic and shepherd pants. Yes, look at me. It is I, impoverished soul. Don't mind the boots, or the gloves, or the crown, or the glowing sword. I've got dirty pants on, and therefore, I am a hooligan. Greetings, good madam. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Maybe you should rejoin your fellows at the pond, not the Sandgate. Must be up. There. It must be on the wall. I preach the teachings of Azima, the warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Azima is the keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath her light and her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. And you are? Another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for you. Begone, and see that you don't make a nuisance of yourself. Oh, and I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. What is it? God, it's not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomsoever you like. Don't you keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? You have quite the knack for being a nuisance, Kinliana. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away helpless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. Fine morning for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing, Kinliana, positively dressed for deception. All that's left, then, is to wait for our quarry to appear. It's cold. When it comes on, it goes on up and down, but I've been a little chilly, yeah. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live, no way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child. I mean you no harm. I'm a priest of the Order of Naldthal, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teaching of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of the atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful mummer, Ungist. What? How did you know? You bastards tricked me! But please don't hurt me, I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there, if not born. Some moons ago, the Amalja raids began. They would appear suddenly as a sandstorm and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew. And so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule for crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to learn the vulnerable and give them over to the Amalja. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence, you could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak. We're good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not even see a fraction of what the Amalja pay me. You sacrificed innocence, you could line your own pockets. Word failed to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods. Ugh, not you again. Were you the one leaking the Immortal Flame's patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about that, I swear it. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth, but no matter, there'll be time enough to learn the truth. Kinliana, be a dear and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Get this stuff out of my inventory. Fuck, I'll wait until, just in case. I don't think I need it anymore, but we'll see. Who shall she? And now we are prey returning to the Waking Sands. Once more. Back again once again. Through the secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Yeah, I know I can't see the target. My bird's too tall! Welcome back, Kidliana. I'm pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. See, you've done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken. None but the Amalja know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before it is all said and done. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we have need to be ready for our fight, for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypots, and he's a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment in Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it's now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found at his camp in central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for the Pillar of Smoke, and the way will become clear. Who is Uplander come to tentering of Mutamix Bubblypots? Fighty Tool drinks in airy self. When full of airy self, Fighty Tool changes to Stony Shine, name of materia. If materia join with other Fighty Tool, then Big Eye's Fighty Tool gains power of airy self. Mutamix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minfilia. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mutamix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see the power of materia. Uplander bring Fighty Tool to Mutamix, yes? Fighty Tool is unstrong as Eating Tool. Make a good teachy show of power of materia. The materia master. Now, eyes of Uplander point at Fighty Tool, yes? Materia join with Fighty Tool. Fighty Tool gains powers of materia. Fighty Tool Reborn. Here, Uplander, take Fighty Tool to Minfilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the etheric constituents from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It has to have sufficient spirit bond. That means that being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. When you attach a piece of materia to gear, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutamix turned that dagger of yours from summit that would have struggled to cut a stake into a weapon worth wielding. Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia, then Uplander best fill Braincase with knowings of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants Braincase to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander better best trade tongue flax with learning ones of Mutamix. It's okay, Mutamix, I already know how to melt materia, but thank you for your adorable gobby speak as always. Have a nice day. I'll see you when I need to smush some materia together. And now we fly through the secret tunnels once more. On my half a couch of love. Welcome back, Kinliana. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful? Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I'm sure you're aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you an edge you need, Kinliana, so make it your ally. Now, it's time as we discussed the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you're ready to begin. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungist, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalja responsible for the abductions. They mean to have Ungist attend as planned. As the Amalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Kinliana. Thancred is presently attended to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. I'm trying to debate if I want to do the trials with 8 people, or just beat the shit out of it myself, because I want to watch the cutscenes leading into the trial, which I don't want to make 7 other people have to wait for that, because in ARR, they're fucking long. You're Kinliana Ironhide of the Scions. My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. Hey, Benji, thank you for the raid. Hey, and thank you for the follows. Welcome to Local Dingus Plays New Game Plus from the beginning. A Realm Reborn, beautiful voice acting and all. Welcome, Jaden. Welcome, Moon Princess. How was your stream, Benji? You are here in time for me to decide how I want to handle Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno. I think I'm gonna do it solo just because I want to watch the pre-fight stuff again, and I really don't want to make 7 people wait for that. Local Dingus plays awesome game really well. I appreciate that. Got to the Spear Pillar? Hell yeah. I haven't played Pokemon in like a week. I haven't played Pokemon since Endwalker came out, let's be real, except for a little bit of shiny hunting. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The Lizardmen aren't aware that their man Ungist has been exposed, and they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor. We'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, and so we have requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalja's plot in the mission. If the mission succeeds, Kinliana, let's make sure it does. Yeah, I think I was doing some shiny hunting while in the login queues, I will admit that. Yeah, this right here is my baby adventure, obviously not covered in giant shiny armor with the crown and glowing weapons. I promise I'm level 20, I'm not level 90, and I don't one-shot most of the things I attack. I don't know what you're talking about. That all sounds like crazy talk. Hey, you know? People pronounce it in all sorts of ways. I get Kine, I get like, yeah, but that's how I pronounce it, is Kinliana. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair, Moon Princess. The story's fucking super good, though be warned that obviously I'm playing the story and reading the lines, so if you want to experience it for yourself, it's gonna be massively spoiled, but... Alright, I'm gonna... No, no, never mind. I have the time before I queue in to turn the pre-fight cutscene back on. Level 24 duties. I promise I am baby level 24. I mean, it does sync me down, at least. You can't do the duties unsynced, because that would be kind of funny. Ungist. Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure, because, like, it's a real good story. It's real good. Is the bait in place? Our man's in position, sir. Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalja appear. Yes, sir. Whoa! What's the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. Benji, that's amazing. I didn't notice the typo. I did see that, but I didn't notice the typo. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the immortal flamescotches for moons before finally getting caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? It was almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Aye, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. To battle! Oh, dude, I have AoE skills that I didn't have back then. Beyblade! Beyblade to win! Thank you. I have never been able to... Many people do many Fantasias. Benji. I've never been able to Fantasia her. I love her too much. I'm kidding. There are other people, obviously, who do even more. I've seen more. You've only changed between a couple of races. My friend Morgan has a Fantasia problem. Beyblade, spin to win. Dude, this is amazing. Back in my day, I only had Flash. That's all I had. Flash, nothing else. Flash didn't do damage. Ah! My PTSD. Imagine only having 2 buttons to press. Couldn't be level 24. It did blind them, it did. That was how, you basically, to hold your aggro, you ran into a bunch of enemies, you hit flash twice, and you did it. That's your aggro. Oh, that old rampart symbol. Oh no, we're surrounded. Oh no. Put up your weapon, or your comrade's a dead man. Behind you! Splat. Nap time! Bring her. The rest of you, march. Look, this level 24 gladiator is secretly a god. They just don't know it yet. Traitorous scum. Fear the Amalja mean to give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death with steel in hand. Yeah, I'm gonna do it solo, which means it's gonna die real fast, but the opening cutscenes are, like, a big deal. And once we hit Heaven's Ward, I think we're good to switch it over, because Heaven's Ward is smart and puts all the cutscenes before the fight. But ARR, they just put them in the fight. Ah, that's fair. I want footage because it's kind of my heart's dream, as stupidly pathetic as this is going to sound. I want to write a fan fiction, yes, a fan fiction, which is this game from my character's perspective. And I need, like, the game footage for that, because I was just, like, playing through and, like, writing, like, literally dialogue chunks. That's so much writing. So if I have the footage, it's easier. And I just can't watch it with other people's characters. It's just, like, I can, but I can't. I'd much rather have my character doing the actions so I can write about her love for Minfilia. The end. My character has a big lady crush on Minfilia. That causes a lot of problems. It's fine, we don't talk about it. Here we go. Skip. There we go. Do not skip the cutscene. Duty Finder. Undermanned. Bowl of Embers. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. Almighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you. Grace us with your divine presence. Yeah, my Dragoon ult is in Shadowbringers. But not very far into Shadowbringers, so I'm going to work on her at some point because I'm sad that New Game Plus isn't a thing for it yet. Almighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame and mark them as your own. Oh, bloody hells. Bring those two as well. What's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but the servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the right of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you. Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. No you. My aether's been claimed by a nice lady. Almighty Ifrit, my one true god. Your words are my bread. Impossible! By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? I told you, I have a nice lady friend and she claimed my ether. Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another? Yes, that is the only explanation. Forsooth, thy frail mortal frame could serve as vessel to the blessing but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art the godless blessed's number. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. Yeah, and like the whole time this cutscene's going on, your other teammates are just fucking sitting there waiting for you to finish. So it's like, I feel really bad doing that. Look at that, 276,000 HP. Let's go. I win. Oh, it's so unsatisfying, but it's okay. I just like tripped over him. The fight dialogue is still playing. Okay, the lighting there though do be pretty cool. The blue on my armor. I don't know what's going on with that, but I dig it. We have the crystal. Glit told me you guys are in it. Have fun. Yeah, that one I actually have enough of a brain to be able to do on my own. The second one I can't. I need callouts still. Ah, yeah. Pray forgive my lateness. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalja zealots. I swear, each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. Thankred being a ninja before ninja existed. Whew. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives. No less than I'd expect from the Flame General's handpicked men. As for those two, it's fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Ginliana. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I never would have left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybones, shall we say? This way, sir. So that was the mighty Ifrit. Stib, it's your favorite character, Nero Telskeva. And what disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I anticipated, even taking Uldan interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading with a dam. Not that there was aught with a dam for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but this is a consideration for another time. You've been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. With allies like that, beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. Oh, you don't even know the half of it, Nero. You don't even know the half of it. She's crazy. Cray. I did it. 7-second fight. We're gaming. Alright, let's turn off the... No, was it character? Yeah, it was the character. Doop-doo. Ah, there you are, Kinliana. Come rest a while. You will have no better opportunity. After witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, the Amalja will be less inclined to risk our wrath, for a time at least. Now, where were we? Ah, yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use, to you or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. For once a man is tempered. Ah, but it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all your misfortunes, there's still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand, no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Kinliana. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax, and return to the Waking Sands when you're good and ready. We can discuss matters of more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. Like, ARR Thancred's pretty fucking swanky. He hits on you whether you're a man or a woman. He gives no fucks. And then he becomes a ball of angst. Then Heavensward happens, and he's okay at Heavensward. Then he fucking loses an eye and just turns into a goddamn anger pirate. Oh, I love this mount. I just love the transition from ground to air. Yeah. Like, Thancred learned to stop being such a fucking angry boy thanks to Reen. But he's also, like, grown up a bunch. 9 years have passed between ARR and Endwalker, more or less. I may or may not know that because I was looking at the age of the Levier twins for no real reason. You know, it doesn't matter. Alize's 25 now. It's fine. She's not 16 years old anymore. That's all that matters. Ah, the triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us of the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. Yeah, the twins are 25 now, more or less. I mean, this is according to, like, I think one of the wikis, so grain of salt. But I know that they are definitely 16 in ARR, because there was some data about that, and they're definitely in their 20s now. Dude, Alize is the one to fix my wounded Warrior of Light's heart. Because, let me tell you, when your character falls in love with a character who may or may not come and go many times, it kind of ruins her life. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. Kin may love Minfilia. That doesn't go well for Kin. My late rival nearly lost Kinliana her life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took her prisoner. I wasn't there when they served her to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle she survived, but that does not excuse the fact that she should have never had to face such dangers alone. I failed her utterly, just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Kinliana, it is so good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear. And now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abductions, with an aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsel, Minsa, and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in their physical realm, the primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether, crystals. It's for this reason, and that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well in the world, primals possess no physical form, their essences dispersed across the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. Their cries serve as a beacon towards which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected. Yet, even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remain unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We do not know the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The immortal flames assured me they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Kinliana. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who fell Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. Whether she intended to or no, Minfilia neglected to tell you something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I'm sorry to report that they are to be put to death, the flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse, but once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we Scions continue our fight, that no more innocents need to be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Kinliana. Hey, thank you for coming in, Moon Princess. Thank you for the follow, and get some sleep, happy holidays, and enjoy your weekend and such. Appreciate you coming in here. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. I'm just pumped I don't have work tomorrow. I forgot until like halfway through today. Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Louisoix would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. Oh, Thancred, you got 2 years or 2 expansions before you're going to be edgy. Calm yourself. You're going to have a really bad time at the end of this one, but, you know, that's not important. We don't talk about that. Until not so very long ago, you were but one of many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea, but for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought or reward, confirming to Thancred the Scions would benefit from your aid, and no sooner had you joined than you personally bested the primal Ifrit. You've achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in doing so. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Kinliana, or rather, you have guests. Beg pardons. Lady Minfilia, radiant as always. I am given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Limbs of Laminsa, to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Kinliana, your recent exploits have garnered you the attention of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's Bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent offers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Kinliana's deeds spread so quickly, that the immortal flame should know of her triumphs as to be expected. What of the other Grand Companies? Beep! Your reputation precedes you, Mistress Ironhide. 'Tis no ordinary woman who can face a primal and emerge the victor. The Order of the Twin Adder has need of valiant women such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Mistress Ironhide. My comrades speak of you with most glowing terms. Why, even before you aided us against the Amalja and their dread primal, you were already a respected name in Ul'dah. Our people know you and love you well. A woman of your talent belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ul'dah. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said that I had to look at the hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. It's only natural that you should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limbs of Laminsa to the shores of glory. Lady Minfilia. Very well. Though I am quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help clarify your thoughts in the matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial economic and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limbs of Laminsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may prove useful to you in your other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which Grand Companies best deserve your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so. And yet, I concede that no small choice you face. A thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that the city-states are planning on holding remembrance services. Well, as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well, let Kinliana hear our leader speak, and then return here with her decision. We eagerly await your answer. Well, let me tell you, I already have my answer, because hot backstory action. She's got a sister in the Twin Adders, but also Kane Senna do be kind of cute, though. So, really, decision was made a long time ago. I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed, and not best suited to the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you join a Grand Company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing itself, it's not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Kinliana, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet now that greater power is wont to attract attention, not at all but friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet however vigilant you are but one woman. In the midst of a Grand Company, however, you'll be one woman amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The Grand Companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect that you'll be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Eorzea is changing, Kinliana, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None could say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now, it is time you make ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tatru. She will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. Yeah, so Kin's got 7 siblings. one of which is her twin sister. She's from the steppe, the Azim steppe. And her sister came to Eorzea a couple years before she did, and found her place in the Order of the Twin Adder because she went to the Lancers Guild because she is a fine lance wielder. And so her sister is already an established Order of the Twin Adder member, and also Kane Senna do be very cute. So choice made. I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Kimliana. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly. And often. To a few too many people. Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of the 3 services, and Elder Seedseer Kane Senna will deliver her address in Makedo's amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling all involved parties, it's possible that the order of the services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Ul'dah, where the Flame General Rauban al-Din will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored there's a special guest. How exciting! Last but not least, you'll make your way to the stateroom in Limsa Lominsa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Merylwib Blufusvin will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the Sentry Xanthel, and he will admit you. Got all that? Well, off you go. I hope you find the remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in your favor if your preferred travel plans. Farewell. My voice do be kind of going a little bit though, but it's only 11 o'clock. I'm not ready to surrender. Never give in, never surrender. Alright, Makedo's amphitheater. Look at the little snowbed.
I lost my son to the calamity.
The 3 Seedseers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body.
Kane Senna do be kinda cute though.
Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood, fearful of the Green Wrath. They hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder
Oh my
Seedseer.
god, I forgot their voices were so fucking pretentious in ARR.
The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol. Do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed. Each waking hour, a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Do you think the little elf twins next to me are important? I think they got big protagonist vibes.
Time was a man could walk the high roads without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
Her voice isn't bad. Alphanos, though, is fucking god.
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you, join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder's standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity, we must think of the children.
Think of the children!
It's up to us to protect the forest.
All the elementals!
Hey, they're obviously not important twins. How's it going?
If you'll permit me, Alfie no. And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with two beast tribes. The Ixal are unquestionably the more troublesome, being a naturally warlike disposition, and want to summon their bloodthirsty primal, Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and having long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians, until recently at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time they summoned the primal Ramu. The Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider upon open conflict a last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do not do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it's broken. The Twelveswood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and thereby the power of the elementals, will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, I'd wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to an all-out war, and when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them, then? Hey, see you at the next ceremony, guys.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanima herself!
And Reborn as well!
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore! Hurrah! Reborn! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold, where by the grace and glory of Naldar have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us, The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Ul'dah stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you, line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Ul'dah, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Ul'dah. As Ul'dah prospers, so shall her people.
Ya for Ul'dah!
Together we are one.
Your Grace.
Reborn? People of Ul'dah, I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Ul'dah. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Ul'dah, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
Glory to the Sultana!
Stride fearless into the inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn! Forsooth!
The time is now!
I believe
To battle!
You again.
The Uldans have a long history of conflict with the Amalja, the beast tribe that worships the primal Ifrit. Judging by your look of distaste, I take it you have encountered them. The Uldans do not shy from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So have they dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering his flames each time he is stoked to life. But he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Garleans have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Ul'dah has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they had the coin, resources will ever be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Amalja are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Uldans are send their forces to smite the Primal, and though they invariably succeed, each victory is bought with blood. It is a war of attrition which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder, then, that the Immortal Flames are eager to recruit more members. At such a desperate hour, an adventure of your experience would be a most welcome addition to their ranks. For their sake, I hope the Flame General's words struck a chord with you. Alas, he's not cute, and therefore, no. Only cute people know how to strike a chord with Kinleon Ironhide. And Nanamo is a potato, so, you know, that's the end of that sentence. Though I do like Nanamo significantly more once her voice becomes less terrible. Her second voice very much suits her. Her current one sounds like a potato that inhaled helium. Here to attend the remembrance service? Be quick, the Admiral is due to give her address at any moment.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride. 700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Gallian Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners. And together, we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartano. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage, yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom, much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin have risen?
While the mines of Ogomoro spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Gallian Empire. Even now, the Curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us, one bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves, till sea swallows all.
Long live the Admiral!
Admiral Melvin!
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
Where's me cutlass?
I'll follow ye to the 7 hells, Admiral!
Fancy meeting you again.
As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa is plagued by 2 beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sahagin, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal Titan for their god. As if the beast tribe's presence weren't enough trouble, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right in the Leminzan's backyard. And that is to say not of internal strife. As a nation of pirates, there's no end to the blood feuds between the various factions. And while they fight amongst themselves, the Garleans whet their blades and watch. If the Leminzans are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect that they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom standard will be drenched a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. Alice has nothing to say to me. Okay, she's about to fuck off until an expansion and a half from now. Kinliana, this is Minfilia. You are well, I hope. Would I be correct in thinking that the final remembrance service is now concluded? A moment ago, you say? What a coincidence. Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies? Well, delighted though we are to have them at the Waking Sands, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back. I will probably call it once I pick my Grand Company and settle through whatever scenes and stuff happen, mostly because my throat's gonna implode upon itself. And it's getting kind of late anyway. I have no work tomorrow though, so I'm probably gonna wake up, do my daily shit, and then... Actually, you know what? No. After this, I'm gonna stop New Game Plus. I forgot I have one God, I don't really want to do Alliance Raid Roulette. Never mind. I have a roulette I never did today, but I really don't want to do an Alliance Raid. I did one this morning before reset. And just, you know what? We'll just hope I wake up again in time to do one tomorrow. Yeah, my throat's kind of bad because I haven't been drinking enough water while reciting this thrilling dialogue. Hello, my lovely Grand Company friends. Welcome back, Kinliana. Were the Grand Company's leader's words as illuminating as you had hoped? Aye, each nation is beset with problems. I trust you see now why your services are in such demand. Would that there were more of you, Kinliana. But you must be tired from your journey. Why don't you rest a while and take a moment to reflect on your decision? Once your mind is made up, pray give the Grand Company officers your answer.
The gods only know what Grand Company our adventurer friend will keep. The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies, as though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alize, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience. There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I mean to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
My lady, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Oh yeah. Hello, Serpent Officer. I take it the Elder Seedseer's words have touched your heart. Have you resolved to entwine your destiny with that of the Twin Adder? You've chosen wisely, my friend. The Elder Seedseer will be overjoyed. Without further ado, let us speak of practical matters. In order to complete the enrollment procedure, you must report to our headquarters in Gridania, the Adder's Nest. The building you seek stands in the southern part of the city, now called New Gridania. Give your name to the personnel officer there, and he will guide you through the formalities. I have no doubt that your deeds will bring great honor to our order. When next we meet in Gridania, I shall be proud to call you sister. You are come to the Adder's Nest, headquarters of the Order of the Twin Adder. Ever do we welcome they who would toil in the Elemental's name for the good of our forest nation. My name is Kinliana Ironhide. I believe you're expecting me. The great adventurer herself. Yes, our recruitment officer sent word that you were on your way. It's a pleasure and an honor both to welcome you to our ranks, friend. Now, let me gather together the relevant documentation. Sir! What is it? Report. An urgent message from Amarse's Spire, sir. Highwind Skyway's airship has taken fire from Imperial forces in the skies over the East Shroud. The vessel's engines were crippled, sir, and it is forced to make an emergency landing southeast of Nine Ives. Nine Ives? God, this could not have come at a worse time. All but a handful of forces are presently afield dealing with the Ixal. Kinliana, I know full well you have yet to be formally inducted into our ranks, but we have urgent need of your aid. In all likelihood, the airship was bearing civilians, and if the reports are accurate, it will have come down dangerously close to Garlean-occupied territory. Please make all haste to the area southeast of Nine Ives, locate the airship, and ascertain the status of the passengers. Mind me just driving my dragon through the woods. Why, hello there, airship crewman. An adventurer? What are you doing out here? No, wait, let's find some cover first. The Adder's Nest sent you. How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform. Peace, friend. We mean you no harm. You're an engineer of Garland Ironworks, are you not? We were alerted to your plight and have come to rescue you. And you are Kinliana Ironhide, I presumed. I was told to expect an honorary serpent. My thanks to your aid, friend. Never seen a craft of this design. It must be Garland's work. There's no end to this man's treachery. The secrets of Magitech belong in Imperial hands. They are not to be squandered on Eorzean savages. We're taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must, and bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. Imperial scouts from Castronoriums. They mean to requisition the ship. Wedge, you have to help him. That fool of a Lalafell was hiding inside the tiny Bronco. The tiny Bronco? But isn't that the Ironworks' latest creation? It's the first airship we've built since the Calamity. And first since Master Garland, well, since he went missing. After years of work, she was finally ready for her first test flight. And she was soaring, she really was, till those bastards blasted her out of the sky. Attend me all. The Ironworks' latest creation must not fall into Garlean hands. We will strike them swift and sure and rescue Engineer Wedge. Kinliana, I trust we can rely on your support. May the matron watch over us. With me! An ambush! 2 arms! 4-man ambush. Look how ambushed we are. Big ambush. Hello, I am here to lend an ambush. Big old robot. Biggs! Wedge, you shouldn't have stayed with the ship. That was a close one. Too damn close. So, how's she look, anyway? The auxiliary propeller is a dead loss, but I think we can bring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne. A few minor modifications, and we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home. While you do your work, we shall keep watch over the perimeter. The enemy may yet be lurking nearby. As for you, Kinliana, you have more than done your part today. I bid you return to the Adder's Nest and complete your enlistment. I pray there will be no further interruptions. When next we meet, let it be as a fellow serpents of the Order. I just wanted to say sorry, for calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Seriously, though, if it hadn't been for you and the Twin Adder lads there, we'd be chained up in a dungeon by now. I'm in your debt, friend. We both are. Wedge. Thank you. We're very grateful. Kinliana, does my spirit well to see you returned. Word arrived but moments ago from the team in Nine Eyes. Lest you worry, the 2 engineers are safely on their way. The lieutenant informs me that you were instrumental in the mission's success. Had you not found Engineer Biggs when you did, and helped us to rout the Garleans, things might have been very different. And all this before you were even inducted into the Order. You're well on your way to carving out a fine career for yourself beneath the Twin Adder standard. But without further ado, let us see to your induction. 12 willing, there won't be any further interruptions. Protocol requires that I apprise you of who we are and what we do, after which I will invite you to swear an oath of your own free will. The Order of the Twin Adder is the Grand Company of Gridania. It brings together the martial, economic, and technological resources of our nation, that we might stand strong in times of duress, adversity, when our very survival hangs in the balance. Our order was formed in the days before the calamity, in readiness to fight the Garlean Empire, and to combat the beast tribes and their primals. Needless to say, our struggle continues to this day. The elder Seedseer, Kane Senna, is the supreme commander of our forces. Under her wise leadership, we protect the people of Gridania and the sanctity of the 12-Swood. As the entwined serpents that grace our standard, let forest-born strive as one with the friends from afar to ensure that peace shall ever reign in Gridania. In so doing, we honor the will of the elementals, and theirs is the will of the wood. Now then, Kinliana Ironhide, I ask that you give unto us your oath of allegiance, in whatever fashion you see fit. Woods will be done. So you know the words of our grand company. That is well. Bound by this common belief, let us strive to preserve all that is good in this great nation. By the power vested in me, I assign you the rank of Serpent Private 3rd Class. You are now a woman of the Order of the Twin Adder. Go forth, Private Ironhide, and do that which brings peace to the 12-Swood and honor your name. Can you hear me, Kinliana? This is Minfilia. An officer of the Order of the Twin Adder contacted me with the news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private Ironhide. I have no doubt that you're eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades, but I would ask that you pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember that you are now a Serpent of Gridania. You are no less a Scion. Pray return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. There are some friends here whom I would very much like you to meet. We shall be waiting. The distant call of a friend in need, perhaps? As you are needed elsewhere, I shall not keep you any longer. I would, however, suggest speaking with High Serpent Commander Vorsail Elio before you depart. He may provide you with the assistance on the journey ahead. You can now talk to him to get your own chocobo. I already have my own chocobo. Ha ha. Alright. That's gonna be it for the power of New Game Plus today. My voice is killing itself and I'm losing the ability to read English. Slap another marker there. I'm gonna throw together some highlights at some point. But we will suspend our adventure until tomorrow whenever I wake up and do my dailies. Excuse me. But, yeah. Thanks for hanging out with me, friends. Hopefully, people who normally lurk in 14 can at least start to understand why I'm, you know, just the right amount of obsessed with this game.